So hi everybody, it's David here. Hope you're well. I'm at Holden Vintage and Classic. I'm with Katie. Katie's the general manager of the new Morgan dealership. And those of you that are familiar with the stuff that I do, been working with Holden Vintage and Classic since about September of last year. And they do car parts, classic car parts for both the trade as well as enthusiasts who are repairing their cars.
Yep.
And one of the things that we've been working on with Katie is a classic sort of splinter into a different business, and this happens to be a Morgan car dealership. Now, it's not a complete reversal of their target audience. They've got lots of people who buy their parts from them who are classic car enthusiasts, and Morgan is clearly a classic car. So, Katie, when did we get we signed the papers with Morgan on?
We signed them on the 31st of March. We went over to Morgan, and with the managing director and the commercial director, we had a signing ceremony.
Okay, fantastic.
So to be honest, that was very much a paperwork exercise.
Yeah.
The first time we really came out to the public with the fact that we were a Morgan dealer was at the Bromyard Speed Festival on the 2nd of April.
Yeah. So we sort of
Morgan
so
on
we
their
sort of
stand.
we sort of anchored the launch of the event to a motoring event that was happening locally.
To be fair, you had the signing of the contract, you had the Speed Festival banquet dinner on the 1st, and then the Speed Festival. So it was quite timely because we were on the Morgan stand, we'd bought our first car, we were able to display it, we made press announcements, tweets, Facebook, everything geared around that platform, and it was an excellent platform on which to announce what we were doing. Really.
Perfect. And the actual sort of dealership here has been open since...
Officially open since the 27th of May.
Yep.
However, as you can imagine, having signed the contract on the 31st of March, we've been going at 100 miles an hour to get ready for the launch party.
Yep.
Things have been going on in the background, and I would say really we've been doing an awful lot of work building the foundations up.
Yep.
And we're just now starting to see that come to fruition.
Perfect.
In terms of bearing fruit, which is fantastic. So long may it continue.
So some of the stuff that we've put in, Katie and I have been working on, is that busy lady. It's been difficult to get stuck into the real sort of marketing plan. But if you think about the things that we sell, so we sell brand new cars.
We sell brand new cars.
Yep.
We sell ex-demonstrators from the factory. We sell hire cars if we're able to get hold of them again from Morgan.
Yep.
But primarily we're looking at new cars, ordered and specced out to the customer's exacting standards, because most customers looking to buy a Morgan, it's a big decision, a big investment, and they want to absolutely tailor it to their exacting standards and make it a really personal purchase.
So from that perspective, one of the rationales behind us extending the car parts business into a Morgan dealership was exactly that, because one of the things we do in the core business is very much around identifying specific parts that people need for bespoke restoration projects. So it was a really good fit from that perspective. And we also, as Katie mentioned, we're also getting into the sort of hire business, so we can get people into Morgan cars so they can experience it. But actually what we've been talking about is making that into a real experience where they can take the car for a weekend.
Absolutely.
We'll help them with routes locally. There's some great driving in Wales because we're up here on the border. And really turn that into something that's meaningful and a memorable experience for them.
You've got customers that maybe want to hire the car for a day because they're thinking of buying a car and they just want that final confirmation that it's a good investment for them.
Yep.
You've got people that want to hire it for a weekend, or sometimes even longer because they're going to a special function, an event, they might be getting married, something that makes them feel special, and I think that's what the Morgan brand does.
Totally. And I think that's where we talk a lot about target audience or avatar, what your perfect prospect looks like. And when we were recruiting for someone to run this business, that was very much very much key in what we were thinking about. And we've had some good news this week, haven't we? We've
had some really good news this week, actually. Yes, I have to say, because as you can imagine, you don't wake up one day and say, I'm going to buy a Morgan. It's an investment that comes with buying into almost a lifestyle as well.
Totally.
But we were very, very lucky in being able to secure an Aero 8 build slot. The Aero 8 being sort of the latest car in the product line. My experience is the demographic of someone that buys an Aero is slightly different to the demographic of someone that buys a classic. But in any case, the car are for people of all ages.
And so what's this order worth to us?
This order is worth to us a six-figure sum,
right?
And I, have to maintain the confidentiality of our clients,
completely.
Of course. But to us, it's very, very significant. One, because it's one of the only remaining build slots that was available worldwide where a customer could actually spec out that car.
Wow.
If you look at the dealer network, most cars have already been specced for the mass market.
Right, gotcha.
So this was something that the customer could make a very, very personal purchase, and this very, very lucky gentleman will be enjoying this car the week before Christmas. So
fantastic.
What a nice present.
So we're really thrilled about that. We're thrilled with the work that Katie is doing. There is for me it's a very big example of moving, core business. So average order value in the core business about £70 odd minus less VAT. We've now extended that because we've got a target audience that we can niche and communicate with into a car dealership that's selling cars from £45,000 upwards over £100,000. We've got our first one of those.
Yeah, we have
in this week. We've even now got things like weekly sales report in place.
We do. We have a weekly sales report because we've got to evolve into tracking what our target is. We've got to be on the ball in terms of we set ourselves a budget.
Yep.
How are we doing against that budget?
Totally.
What's the variance week on week, month on month for us to be able to plan? Because there's things we need to invest in as a business, and we need to understand, the financial position. Have we got the strength to be making those decisions, which is absolutely key for us? Because, as you said, we've got hire cars, second-hand, part exchange,
servicing as well,
parts, and it's all taking off very, very nicely. But in order for us to secure our future and meet the sort of medium to longer-term marketing plan. We need to understand that sustainability is there, which is obviously key in terms of having the financials in place.
Very good. So even for message for those of you who are out there, so even if you think you're in a sort of high volume environment with small transactional values and looking at your daily sales reports, your weekly sales reports, having conversations with your team, it equally applies that discipline to a business like this where, transaction, as we talked about, can be many thousands of pounds. So, there's a few nuggets for you, I hope. Katie, thanks very much for doing that. It's great to be working with you and the team here. And here's to much more success.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Yeah. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you.